Hi, my name is Chaz, I play a lot of jazz and I'll do my very best to entertain you with Panaz. That last tune was called That Old Feeling by Brown Fane. I will now play you something, kick it off with something that you hopefully know. It was originally a jazz classic, it's called Sway, although it was recently covered by someone called Michael Bubble. This is Sway. So I've been told I'm on the Smile lineup, so I'm supposed to make you all smile. So I hope this next song will do just that. You've probably heard it in most coffee shops, afternoon playlists before, the Frank Sinatra version maybe. Bradley Walsh, the Chase presenter, actually released a pretty good version of this. I would really recommend listening to it. If there are any singers watching, then I apologise in advance, but I'm singing the ones that I'm singing because I enjoy it and I want to complete the song. For no other reason. So I hope you enjoy. Come fly with me. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you could use some exotic booze at a bar in Far Bombay, come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land there's a one-man band and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's float off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, well, we'll just fly starry-eyed. And once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so dear. Well, you might hear angels sing, 'cause we're together, weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect time for a lovely honeymoon. They say, come fly with me, let's fly away. might be a nice time to mention that if you want to go and make a cup of tea, by all means do, because you won't be surprised to know that I usually play this in the background in pubs and stuff. More live performances I do with a band called Barry and the Crumpets. You can look us up on Instagram. It's Barry and the Crumpets UK, all one word. If you want to hear more of this sort of stuff, you can look up Chaz and the Jazz Beans, all one word. There's the two bands I'm in. Barry and the Crumpets has been going longer. It's more funk, and Chaz and the Jazz Beans, as the name would suggest, is more jazz. And I'll just remind you that go and get a cup of tea, because I don't mind, while you listen to this in the background, because it's there for your enjoyment. Go ahead. So by the time this comes out, you'll probably be watching this in a sort of semi-lockdown. We'll be on our way out. But you know, there's some things I don't miss. And that's sometimes cinema. Cinemas can be quite stressful. One time, I was watching a really sad movie, and this bloke behind me started wailing, and I got hit in the back of the head by a harpoon. This next song is called La Vie en Rose. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire. While the beams on high sung a lullaby, you'd be all that I desire. Under the stars, chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above, you'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and love. I really mean it, you really would, okay? To add a bit of variety to the set, so the next song is one of my favourites to perform. It's called Coming to the Gambia by the Undercover Hippie. This song is about the effects of globalisation and colonisation, as well as just general inequalities in the world, and just, if you're passionate about that, I really urge you to listen to the lyrics. If you're not passionate about that, there's a really fun game that you can play. You can count all the times I say a word that ends with Asian. Many thanks to the very talented and attractive Dexter Jones for recording some bass onto this. I'm just a man, but I do what I can. Said I'm spreading the message of the inspired ones, and I travel the land cause I've got to understand how it fits into the master plan. I'm coming to the Gambia, that's where I'm spending my days, collaborating with the youth and on the way in the Gambia, that's where the tourists play. That's the modern day. What about the history of the exploitation under occupation and the subjugation of the population? It's the same situation right across the nation and across the world, where the globalization is the colonization of the modern day age, using economics now to create the slaves. It's the colonization of the modern day age, making sure the rich get paid. And I say, hey, Blakama, do you hear what I say? I said, hey, Blakama, are you thinking my way? I said, hey, Blakama, every woman and man, time to dance your problems away. And I say, whoa, no, 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 no. Shut up, do but do, day up, do but do, but da 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 do be da. Shut up, ba da da ba da do ba da da ba da do ba da ba da do ba da da do da da ba da do. Well, if the Europeans drew the lines on the map, and now it's time for the Africans to turn it back. And I said, erase your borders and erase your lines, cause they're only divisions in the human mind. And I said, humankind's just one family, but the skin is always red when they bleed. Humankind's just one family, when will the people see? Dave Blakama sounds a bird like a bum. He's the first black man to lead the Americans, and I wanna believe the world is gonna change for better, but I've seen too much, so I don't hold my breath. I just accept the world is led by greedy men, and so I try to get out of their system. When I find my way to wisdom in the heart of the man, so I can follow the master plan. So I'm coming to the Gambia, that's where I'm spending my days, collaborating with the youth and on the way in the Gambia, where the tourists play. That's the modern day. Oh, well, no, 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 no. As I proclaim a polo, then I keep you all along. I'm living to the music, calling them all my love. Dad to call on me. I don't drink Coca-Cola, no drinking Nescafe, no I support these corporations on the next crusade. We are never gonna play that way. Even an organ comes to play, living on life the rightful way. Just man will say to day of these Christian visitor borders, spending man in sugary water, and miserable and even the water, pay for the schools for the sons and daughters. And if there's one thing life has taught me is we cannot live with this inequality. And no, if there's one thing life has taught me is we got to be free. Got to be free. We got to be free. We got to be free. This next song is originally called She's Funny That Way. I really recommend you check out Andrea Motti's version of He's Funny That Way. That's so beautiful. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my version. take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Why don't you take my lips? I wanna lose them. Why don't you take my arms? 'Cause I'll never use them. And your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I get along without you? You know you took the part that used to be my heart. So why not take all of me? I just want to address something. I know, for obvious reasons, our economy has understandably taken a massive hit, but have you seen the price of Velcro nowadays? What a rip-off. Come on, load. So I recently started tutoring for music theory, and I said to one of my students, so why do you want to learn how to read music? And he said, well, I keep pronouncing it music. I actually once said to this man, I bet you can't name a single subject I don't have a joke about. He said beavers. I said, damn. This next song is called Have You Met Miss Jones? And the wonderful Dexter Jones will be joining me once again. you met Miss Jones? Someone said as we shook hands, she was just Miss Jones to me. And then I said, Miss Jones, you're a girl who understands that I'm a man who must be free. And all at once I lost my breath, and all at once was scared to death, and all at once I own the earth and sky. Well, now I've met Miss Jones, and we'll keep on meeting till we die, Miss Jones and I. This next song, I really do owe a lot to the Undercover Hippie for the set. It's called Borders, and it's about international borders, but also the borders that exist within your mind. It's also about the refugee crisis, which was more talked about when the song was actually released. But I've deliberately put it in here because I want to remind people that the refugee crisis has never gone away. Refugees are still living in awful conditions, living in illegal camps. Police of democratic countries will come up to their tents with a knife and slash their tents in hope that they'll just go away. This is Borders. We put up the borders that brought us into our boxes. Can't you see now the locksmith lies, stoking up the national pride, while they're keeping all the wealth inside. We put up the borders that brought us into our boxes. Well, can't you see now the locksmith lies, stoking up the national pride, while they're keeping all the wealth inside. We put up the borders to keep out the needy man, borders to protect the greedy man, borders keep all the living men dead, dead, dead. Putting up the borders separate us from our fellow human beings, emphasizing difference instead of seeing the reflections that connect us, connections that affect us, similarities and differences in factors that affect us in our everyday existence on this planet we all live upon. 8 billion expressions of the same essential one, the same essential force, a fundamental source of energy that manifests itself in also many different forms. And it's alright and it's okay, and that's just fine, you know. But me know sometimes you just have to draw the lines just to make sense of what you see of this reality. But understand the lines you draw only exist within your minds. It's the illusion of separation. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Separating a nation from nation is the justification for social segregation. So deep in our minds is like a world of mental patience. Now it's time to tear down the asylum walls and let the patients out. It's time to let the refugees inside and share the wealth about. It's time we all understand. We are just one land, just one people. People, it's time to make a stand and say, what? No, no. I won't go, no. I won't go quietly, no, no, no. I won't go quietly, no, no, no. And if I do, you should know, you can't trap my soul, trap my soul. Behind these borders that brought us into our boxes. Can't you see now the locksmith lies, stoking up the national pride, while they're keeping all the wealth inside. We put the borders that brought us into our boxes. Can't you see now the locksmith lies, stoking up the national pride, while keeping all the wealth inside, putting up the borders, elevate the status of those with resources, never wondering from what the plundering sources misappropriated, excavated from the living earth. When minerals like outdoor criminals free from the place of birth and make the journey northwards, destined for our waters while they're welcomed in with open arms, and governments and corporates container ships slip overboard a point of ease while they're carrying the commodities and service our greed. But meanwhile, deep down in the belly of a ship, a secret human cargo waits. No food or water is passed. A person slips for 11 days, kept alive by memories of families they've left behind. They ride their way towards a promise of a better life. Some flee from tyranny, some simply seek a way to lift themselves from the poverty that stalks them every day. Some flee from a never-ending civil war. For every single one of them, this is the last resort. Still we put up the borders that board us into our boxes. But can't you see now the locksmith lies, stoking up the national pride, while they're keeping all the wealth inside. We put up the borders that board us into our boxes. Well, can't you see now the locksmith lies, stoking up the national pride, while they're keeping all the wealth inside. Just to let you know, I'm using this guitar, which was found in a skip in the 1960s. Someone had literally thrown it away. If you're wondering why it's so out of tune, I did my best. It's because this thing here moves. Okay? So if you're complaining about the tuning, I did my best. Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sounds. They all laughed at Wilbur and his brother when they said the man could fly. They told Marconi wireless was a phony. It's the same old cry. They laughed at me, wanting you. Said I was reaching for the moon, but oh, you came through. Now they'll have to change their tune. They all said we never could be happy. They laughed at us and how. For ho, 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 who's got the last laugh now? This next song is called Shiny Stockings. The probably most well-known version of this is done by Ella Fitzgerald. I really recommend you look up Angela Moty's version on YouTube. It's one of the best things I have ever experienced myself. And this is quite, I have made the set quite an Angela Moty advert, but you know, I'm not ashamed of that at all. This song quite confuses me actually, because it's a bit of a weird storyline in that a boy likes a girl's stocking, and then some other girl comes with nice stockings, and then he goes for her. So it doesn't really make sense unless stockings is a euphemism for something. But I'm sure it's not. I'm sure this song is about big socks. Big shining stockings that I wear when I'm with you. I wear them 'cause you told me that you dig that crazy hue. Do you think of romance when we go for a dance? Oh, you take a glance at those shining stockings. Then came along some chick with great big stockings too. When you changed your mind about me, why I never knew. I guess I'll have to find a new guy. Yeah, boy, who takes my shining stockings too. So much to everyone for listening to me today. Also thanks a lot to Jasmine for inviting me to be on Craft Eat Smile. It was such a pleasure. So much thanks to Dexter Jones for joining me on this as well. If you want to hear this sort of stuff again, you can follow social medias. There is Barry and the Crumpets UK, all one word, Chaz and the Jazz Beans, all one word. And you can also follow my personal Instagram, where I will be giving some music updates in the future, which is just charlie.miller with 3 L's. This last song was sung a lot during the Great Depression of the 1930s. It was really just a time of such a horrible global crisis where everyone just wanted it to be over. So when you're listening to this song, try and think of a time where there was a global crisis. It might be quite hard, I know, but trace your memory back. When was there a global crisis? And we all just wanted it to be over. And remember, while you're thinking of that time, to look on the sunny side of the street. snatch your hats, leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the streets. Now can't you hear that pitter-pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the streets. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. I'm not afraid of the rover crossed over. If I never had 1 cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the streets.